Hello and welcome back to the channel, selfcontainedcreative.com, the place on the internet that tries to remove any barriers from technology and increase creativity and bring people to the realization that anybody can be creative. If you clicked on this video because you noticed that there was a spelling error and you wanted to come on and maybe poke fun or leave a comment below to pick up on the typo, thank you very much, but you can go and watch the next cat video. It was intentional. And if you hang around, I will tell you why. Have you ever watched a child trying to achieve something new? Maybe trying to walk, or talk, or achieve anything new that they haven't done before. They kick, they scream, they grab, they hold on to things to try and walk for the first time, and the main thing is they don't give up. How long do you give a child to walk? What time do you give a child to have the ability to start walking? The answer is as long as it takes. So there is no time limit on a child being able to walk. We've been walking around for a huge part of our evolution as Homo sapiens on two legs, so you may say to me there is nothing important about a child trying, failing and learning to walk. Okay, so walking itself isn't a huge thing, although watching a child try to walk for the first time is probably the cutest thing you will see. It's not the walking itself. It's the methods that set children apart. It's the methods of trying and failing and not giving up. Those are the things which I want to talk about today. So the reason I say that children are creativity kings is because they have a method of learning things and achieving things that adults don't. Children are fascinating. The way they talk, the way they walk, the way they sit, and just the intrigue and the interest and the fascination with things which as adults we don't have. We're not really fascinated by leaves and things we see every day, maybe because we've seen so much of them. Maybe we're sort of desensitized to our surroundings and things aren't new to us anymore, so we lose this fascination with things, or this intrigued state which children seem to have. Children are so creative. As I mentioned in my What is Creativity video, if you haven't seen that, you can click the link above and go and see that. People put themselves into boxes. As grown-ups, we put ourselves into boxes, into little labels, and we tell ourselves certain things about ourselves, or maybe we listen to other people about what they think about us, or what they think about what sort of person we are, which often hinders our ability to do things, or even try to do things. Children, however, they don't have these preconceived ideas. They don't have these limitations. They don't put limits on themselves about what they can do or what they can't do. The way they find out if they can or can't do something is by trying and failing and trying and failing again and then trying and then failing again. And then eventually, if it's something they can do, which is something humanly possible, then they will do it. They will achieve it. They'll never remember the method of getting there. And as people get older, I don't even think about when I learned to walk. I don't ever think about what my first word was or the first conversation I had with somebody. It's just something which is instilled in us as grown-ups, and we just do it. It's just something which you sort of take for granted, I guess. But that's the best thing about children and the way they learn how to do things, is they don't tell themselves, I can't do this because my legs are too chunky, or I've got the wrong colour eyes or the wrong colour hair, or they won't like me, or any other limitations that us as grown-ups put on each other, that again often stops us doing things in the first place. So it's the reason we'll sit there in our job and we'll hate our jobs, and we will moan and groan about things, and then people will say, well, why don't you try and do this? And there's, well, I can't because but this, but that, there's loads of different reasons. There's a million different reasons why you can't do something as a grown-up, but not for children. They don't have those limitations. When we're trying to be creative or create something using a creative process, we often judge, we tell ourselves certain things that, we can or can't do it, which often leads to us not even starting the thing in the first place. As a person who has made a living in the creative industries for the last 10 years, I do believe that creativity is something which happens. It does sort of flow, and it does come at the strangest of times. But I do also believe that there are tools that you can use to put yourself into a creative state, or to give yourself the best chance of being successful in your creative endeavour. That's why I've created a Getting Started guide to creativity, which you can find on my website www.theselfcontainedcreative.com. You'll find that in the resources section, which is completely free, just to download, have a little read, and to see if that helps you. So the main thing to take away from this video is don't listen to yourself. Don't listen to the voice inside your head. Notice the way children do it. Notice how children are, how they learn, and be playful. Don't listen to yourself. Don't listen to the internal voice which tells you, I can't do this or they won't like this. Start. I think the main thing with creativity is that we can learn from children is they just do it. They don't think about it, they just do what they're trying to do, and they fail many times. Just start. Allow yourself to fail like children, and don't think too much about your failures. Just allow yourself to fail royally, allow yourself to fail, and then carry on. Keep doing what you're trying to do, because at the start of a creative process you might be trying to achieve something, and by the end of the creative process it becomes something completely different which you didn't even start thinking about. But if you hadn't started and failed and then changed your ideas into other things, that creative outcome that you get wouldn't have ever been. It would never have come to fruition, or you would never have manifested it into what it was. So just don't listen to yourself. I hope this video helped. I hope it was a little bit insightful from one creative person to another. And if you did enjoy this video, you can check out some more, as I said, free resources on my website, www.selfcontainedcreative.com. There'll be more videos on this channel about talking about creativity, creative process. Also, I talk a little bit about technology and certain things you can do if your medium is audio or video. I basically try to help people be creative. So we'll see you on another video. Until then, stay tuned, stay subscribed, and stay creative.